Good evening, everyone. How is it going? Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Saucy?
It's going well. How are you doing, buddy?
I am phenomenal.
Good. That's what I like
As
to
usual.
hear. So,
All right.
are you ready? Are you ready for some top tier ladder decks tonight on this tournament game that we have planned?
Yeah, I am looking forward to the high level of the highest, the best that Wild can offer in
The,
Hearthstone play
I think,
here
yeah.
in the Into the Wild League Jet Pros semifinal match.
I'm pretty sure the decks that we're going to see tonight highlight just the best of all the wild decks that are out there right now. So, pretty excited.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward, and I'm looking at these two lists. I can't make it. I can't tell who's going to win. I don't think. I think both players. I think this is going to be one of those get matches that will go down in the history of greatest matches in the history of Hearthstone.
Oh, easily. Like there's no reason it wouldn't.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome everyone. If you're new here, this is the Into the Wild League Hearthstone tournament. One of the coolest Hearthstone tournaments out there because it's all wild, and wild is fun and doesn't make me want to jump off a bridge.
Exactly.
So, what week is this?
This is the first week of the playoffs. This is the semifinal match. The winner of this match actually goes on to face, as I look at my notes, Jonah Ray or Danny Donuts
Both
for
great.
the pros championship, and they will face most likely Taylor Eve against the Joes.
Yeah, Taylor Eve's been crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
the grand praise, of course, being you get to get a high five from myself. So
see, that's worth everything. That's why I competed in this league. That's the number one reason I competed in
yep,
this league.
it's a great prize. Not many people get to that upper echelon of high fives from me. But should we go over these rules?
Let's go over the rules.
Do you want to
So
read these?
into the
I'm bad at it.
all right. So Into the Wild League does use an innovative format, basically introduced by the United Hearthstone League. Batches are played best of five conquest, and the players are required to win with all three classes. Usually, if you play play three classes during the week, the next week they're not available. But since we're in the playoffs, all classes are open for this week and for next. And for the finals, I believe there's some special rules that there are going to be introduced, and I'm looking
Ooh,
forward to seeing that.
special rules.
Yes,
That should be exciting. All
I
right.
can't. I'm looking forward to that. Absolutely.
So, what classes do we have here tonight represented?
So, MrDollSteak, this is my handy dandy notepad because I write things on paper like a
Smart,
savage,
smart.
is bringing a mage. You might even say it's an even good mage. You might be weaseling in with a priest, and then might just bounce around with a rogue. GetMeowth is bringing a shaman. I shudder to think of this shaman. A warlock. I'm not even going to spoil the warlock at all. And a rather large, rather odd druid. So,
All right, let me go get me out there. Mage, priest, rogue. This should be pretty hot. Cool.
absolutely.
Let's let them know they're good to go, and then we'll get on this. We'll get this high
Absolutely.
level gameplay.
Let's get it on like
I'll send them a
Donkey Kong.
message.
I
Go
am
for
doing that.
it. Sweet, awesome. You're the best. You're the best co-host I could hope for.
Lily's the best one available today.
Of all the people available specifically for today, you're in my top 12 picks for sure.
Exactly. I strive to be at least in the top 15.
Oh yeah, that's what it's about, really. All
All
right.
right, they are underway.
Yeah, let me
And as I
spectate
battle
these
the
boys.
spectate boss.
Me too, because that's the freaking hardest thing. All right, let's do this.
All right. Looks like we're getting Get Meowth's Warlock. Yep. And MrDollSteak's Priest. This should be a lot of fun.
If it will let me actually spectate. Man, isn't it so great? There we go. That we have this great spectate client that works all the time.
All right. If I can see. There we go.
All
So
right.
it looks like Quest Priest with Benedictus. I'm in love already.
Oh man, Benedictus is one of my favorite cards of all time.
And under GetMeowth looks like a pretty standard looking warlock, control warlock. It doesn't seem to have anything completely crazy in it yet. A Dead Ringer's gonna. Ooh, there's a Mal'Ganis. That's pretty much a standard in the wild.
I think my spectate is broken because I don't see anything happening.
So many possibilities.
All right.
Piece of crap. Hold on.
So
Let me try again.
he trades with his Dead Ringer and pulls a Blood Mage Stalanos, which he plays, putting his quest up to 2 for completion. GetMeowth is on the play.
Super glad the spectate client didn't just completely break. There we go.
And yeah, the Void Color plays the Void Color. I think he's trying, maybe looking to pull out the Mal'Ganis or the Void Lord or anything huge at this point.
There's a Weasel Tunneler. Oh man.
Oh my God, a Weasel Tunneler.
Have you ever played this deck, the Weasel Tunneler Priest?
I did when it was in Standard.
Yeah.
It was a ton of fun. There's a Togwaggle. Okay, I'm in love. I'm gonna pull out the second Void Color, so you make sure it gets something big coming out of this. One of those two.
I mean, is it going to be as good as what comes out of Weasel Tunneler?
Probably not, but it's Weasel Tunneler. All right. So he's just going to trade in and just fill GetMeowth's deck with Weasels. As many Weasels, all the Weasels. Heal and drops the Dead Ringer, hopefully looking for that second Weasel. Tap, and is he going to send? He can't sense demons anymore. Demon Wrath will clear off the Dead Ringer.
And I like that. It lets you get in 6 damage, and you want to kind of kill the priest before they play their quest 3,000 times.
There's my favorite card of all time. Second favorite card, Herald Village in Grizzly Bear's hand, or in MrDollSteak's hand. That is.
I know it's confusing. MrDollSteak's stupid username on Hearthstone is stupid. I'll give him crap about it after when we talk to them.
Dead Ringer? Oh, no, 2 Dead Ringers. That completes the quest.
Man, that's fast. That's pretty quick for the priest.
Turn 6. That's almost like quest rogue levels of quest completion right there in Standard.
Now, he has 8 cards in hand, though, so he probably wants to get something out.
Yeah. The Weasel's a good choice.
Now, we can see GetMeowth has a couple spicy boys in his hand for those Void Callers. Even more spice.
Just pulls out 1. He's just going to clear and just continue to push as much face damage as he can.
Yeah. He's like, let's go. He probably wants to trade those in once he plays the... What is the dumb quest girl's name? I can't ever remember her name.
The Amara Warden of Hope, I believe.
Amara,
yeah.
Yes. That is the one.
There's a cube in there. Oh, my goodness. So, MrDollSteak has really nothing to do this turn. I mean, he could Amara, but I'd rather have him copy it at this point.
Yeah.
Does he? Stealing the Archbishop is probably the best play here because he gets a deck full of Weasels and whatever else is in there.
So 31 cards over here for DollSteak. He's going for the long game.
Yeah, and clears with the Spellstone and the Dark Bomb. He's still not trading off the Void Colors, just continuing to apply pressure, and he actually... Yeah. It's a good line of play, and MrDollSteak's going to have to play Amara here at some point, probably.
Ooh, pulled the Faceless. That's very good.
Probably the best. That's probably the best one to pull.
That or Togs.
He has a lot. Yeah, either that or Tog levels. There's a ton of large dudes in that hand.
Huh. He draws it back.
Okay. All right, dropping the Void Lord. It's probably your best play there. Shadow Visions looking for. Well, he got all Twisting Nether. That's going to be pretty key later when a Gul'dan turn. That's for sure.
I love the patience from DollSteak on this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, great draw. Best draw in the deck if you're GetMeowth. Weasel Tunnel. And you gotta play it, right?
Absolutely. It's just too bad that, Mal'Ganis doesn't buff the Weasel because they just infest your deck like a demon.
Do you think we'll
Grizzly
see a
Bear-
buff to Weasel Tunneler where they're gonna make him a demon?
I would look forward to that. So Grizzly Bear can play N'Zoth here, but all he'll get back are Weasels, but maybe that's the good thing.
Ooh, Godfrey, another
Godfrey's
good pull.
a great pull.
Man.
Absolutely.
Right on
There's still a
point
ton
tonight.
Still 3 damage on the board. So if
Actually, that's
can
lethal.
find a way,
He has Hellfire and Dark Bomb.
Hellfire, Dark Bomb will kill him. Yep.
Man, all right. Well,
Easy game 1. They should had Amara sitting in hand and decided to clear the board.
I mean,
Probably was the best play. I mean, it
Yeah.
was either kind of rock and hard place there.
yeah, it's kind of tough. Like, you want to hold back and play a little greedy, but kind of bit him.
Yeah.
Kind of bit him.
Yeah. So, yeah, GetMeowth takes it with his Togwaggle Warlock. So,
Never even got to see the Togwaggle shenanigans.
it's just Warlock is that good with Void Caller, Mal'Ganis,
Dude,
and
that's
Void
the
Daddies.
thing though. Like, I've played last month we just played a whole bunch of weird combo warlocks and just
Mhm.
you just put in the control warlock package. It's so good you can play whatever BS garbage you want.
Yeah, it's 27. It's like literally, it's like 20 cards that just make the deck good, and you can play literally.
Yeah. You're like, what else
Garbage.
seems fun? Throw it in. Who cares?
Yeah, autofill from that point.
Yeah.
So, all right.
wanna
So
let
we're
these
gonna
guys
go.
know.
Let's go. Let these guys know that we're ready for them to go.
I was sad I didn't get to see any Togwaggle shenanigans, but it's okay. My boy
Yeah,
Togwaggle.
Sometimes winning just gets in the way of the fun. That's
yeah.
That's my mindset.
I mean, I try not to play card games to win. I just I play games for my opponent to not win. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell them in client because they obviously didn't see me on
Yeah.
Discord.
That's probably better. Discord sucks anyways.
Yeah, it's a
Hopefully all of
necessity.
Also, thanks everyone who's watching. You guys are all amazing, and most of you smell great. So
Sorry, guys, it's my fault.
we got Shaman versus Mage.
Shaman versus Mage. So this is this looks like a control slow Shaman, and I see a theme with the Mage cards. Is this a Inspire Mage?
That would be awesome.
And seeing that there's no odd cost cards in the mulligan, I'm thinking this is an even Mage. And actually, GetMeowth decides to keep everything except for the Giggling Inventor. And DollSteak, yes, this is an even Mage, decides to toss. Ooh, Garrison Commander. I'm a fan.
Even Mage. Now that one card we saw, Giggling Inventor. That's a newer card I've never seen before. Have you seen that card?
I'm surprised it even made the list, quite honestly. I've never heard anything that's said about that card ever in Hearthstone.
Ooh,
So
I
yeah,
like
the
that
Easy
shape.
Jade cards clears off this before it can get out of hand.
And Jade Claws is really good with this. It buffs up that Quarter Creeper a couple times here, presuming
Yeah.
that Fireball is going to hit it.
And
Choosing
Mr.
to play
DollSteak
nothing.
decides to Hero Power Pass. That's strange. Ooh, an Arcane Giant. We're gonna have some big free minions here in this game. Arcane Explosion. Dalaran Osprey. That's a card that can get out of hand if not removed. But
Oh,
I think
man.
that Jade Lightning will take care of that rather quickly.
Yeah, 5 equals 5. And GetMeowth does the quick math here.
Proof that pro players are better at math than us. That's for sure. So, Mr. DollSteak has some kind of interesting choice here. He can play. Decides to go ahead and ping. Is he going to just Garrison Commander and?
Nothing.
No, he's not. He's just going to ping it once. Interesting.
Interesting.
Not a lot. Not bringing any board presence. That's very strange. Is he?
Ooh,
Ooh,
2 cost
Farsight
heal
full
bot.
net. That's That's pretty good.
I'm a fan.
Yeah,
No.
GetMeowth just applying pressure, just applying slow pressure here. Blood Mage,
Arcane
Blood Mage,
Explosion.
and Arcane will clear the board. And with Garrison Commander, he can go ahead and ping twice next turn. And with the Fallen Hero, that can actually do a lot of damage to GetMeowth's board.
Neither of these
I'd like
minions are
to-
incredibly demanding.
That makes a free corridor creeper.
Do you unstable here?
Yeah, definitely unstable. See if you can get like really good 8 drop.
Oh!
Ooh, a charging 8 drop is even better.
That always happens, right? 9/7.
9/7, that's not bad. Can we get a Deathwing? We got a Yogg. Well, we can sit on an 8/8. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
He's just gonna keep poking it until
He has
he
to
can get
decide
his,
which artwork
giant
he
cheaper.
wants.
No, what he's doing is making that Arcane Giant as cheap as he can.
Yeah, exactly. I like to say that it's just cycle artwork on the card.
Alright, so MrDollSteak has an interesting choice here. The fact that he hasn't really played into the board at all kind of just makes this play kind of difficult. I mean, you just don't want a Blizzard of one dude, and the Coda Rider is just going to get removed. At least the 3/5 is going to stick around.
Coda Riders. It's one of those cards that always seemed like it had so much potential and never just got there.
Yeah, well, I remember playing it in Kibler's Inspire Priest, where Rozaka's Priest, back when Rozaka's was bad, and that was a... He guys chooses to trade the token in hex. Okay, he hexed. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and play Arcane Giant.
If you're so inclined to have another 8/8.
8/8s are good. No, he decides to totem and wait. Plays a little slower. That's perfectly fine.
You have Shutterwalk.
But the fall. He's going to blizzard the board. He's going to blizzard the board here.
You almost kind of have to, right? Like 8 attack minions scary.
The other option would be Fallen Hero ping with the Garrison Commander and ping twice. That would clear the Giant.
Interesting.
And yeah, I think I like the Fallen Hero better because it does put on the board.
Huh.
But all right, Lotheb's gonna stop whatever spells that GetMeowth is gonna play next turn if he decides to drop it, which it looks like he is.
Lothar is such a good card.
And yeah, 3-mana Giant's pretty good.
You don't have to worry about a whole lot happening here. Those 11 mana blizzards.
Sorry, that's my son deciding to add commentary to this game.
Your son has a great career in casting.
We got 9 mana Fireball to remove it. That's expensive, but probably worth it. Oh, another Arcane. That's right. The Arcane Giant.
The one was from the
right.
Evolve.
That's right. Decides to do a tempo heal bot, which
You have Shutterwalk.
with the Shutterwalk in hand, why not? Yeah. Let's see here. This looks like a very good Blizzard board.
Yeah.
And single ping down. Yeah. Just working his way on that Giant.
Yeah, chew through him eventually.
Exactly. And there's that Giggling Inventor.
There's that new card I've never seen before.
That's gonna fill up the board and just propose a rather sizable threat. Ooh,
I like that. The Frost Giant.
Frost Giant. I'm a huge fan of this.
For those who don't know this card very well, costs 1 less for each time you've used your hero power this game.
This is very similar to the Even Mage I built and got crushed with, I think, against Nate Wolf. So yeah, I'm just glad to see this deck doing work. Yeah, Aya coming out, pooping out a 3/3. That's going to still provide a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
And then the fact that there's no more blizzards in his deck at this point, and there's for even removal, there's nothing left in Mage for even removal.
Yeah, especially not anything resembling a board clear.
Absolutely. I was thinking about the Garrison Commander with the +2 spell power. Nope. Okay. It's going to clear the giggling. And then
Yeah, I like it.
there we go. They'll clear the giant, and he has +2 spell power. That's actually quite a large threat.
Do you think he pulls off a volcano here?
I
There's
honestly
no reason to.
I honestly kind of just like clearing the board, or
You could clear
there's no reason to
everything, play a
volcano.
Doomsayer.
Yeah, or it's clearing everything. Probably clearing the clearing the Osprey's probably your best bet here. The 2+, and Doomsayer will guarantee that the board is clear, ready to go for Shudderwalk next turn.
I like it. You have so many cards in your hand. Like you're on the card advantage train, so might as well keep it up.
All right.
Draw after hero power. Ooh, the Drake too.
Caldera Drake
cool.
is really nice.
You can use your hero power any number of times. Oh, I love the Doomsayer here too. Good pickup.
Absolutely. Another research project. So this could actually, won't overdraw. It won't overdraw GetMeowth, but it will allow MrDollSteak to just keeps drawing and stalling to find some sort of answer, some sort of way to make some headway in this.
Make a fat Annoyotron.
There you go. That's a big heal Annoyotron there.
Oh,
that perfect timing on that polymorph right there.
yeah, it's a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, I think Kodo Rider. No, there's Kodo Rider's just gonna sit there.
His mana's kind of awkward this turn.
Yeah. He does decide to trigger the Inspire, and then freezing off the 4/4 Annoyotron so they can't get any healing.
I like it.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
Yogg.
there's my boy Yogg.
I think he's just gonna do it.
He's going.
He says,
all right,
YOLO Yogg. Here we go.
Let's see what we got. Sometimes lethal.
Flash heal to.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's
Fireland's
a good
Portal
one.
Face is pretty good. Find him
Okay.
really good. Meteor.
Okay.
Right in the middle. Yogg's still alive though.
Okay.
There we go. Demon Fuse.
No,
Zap.
Yogg.
No,
Ooh,
no
that's actually
Yogg.
not
No
bad.
Yogg. Bad Yogg. Okay.
That
That's
was
actually
not
that
the
was a
worst.
good Yogg.
Yeah. That could have been worse. That's for sure.
That is a very good Yogg. All right, he's going to go ahead and polymorph again. Double polymorph. And probably, clear the board
gotta
and
kill the
probably
Yogg.
start pushing.
Ooh, that Arcade Explosion's pretty good there.
Yeah, very good.
But we do have Shudderwalk for another Yogg.
here
Yeah! Let's see the orders we get.
Loatheb.
Healbot.
Healbot, Giggling,
I'm
Claws.
so happy with what's happening right now.
Here we go. Vaporize, raise.
Oh!
No, don't. Oh, missed the Yogg.
Oh!
And there it goes. There it goes.
How do you use a card?
But the thing is, you gotta kill these minions now.
Yeah, you have these, but the Caldera Drake and the Ice
Yeah, you
Waker
can freeze
will
them.
actually make the and the tempo play with the 0 mana Frost Giants. Pretty intense.
Little known fact about Mage is they don't have a ton of healing.
Well, all their healing is Frostless Janna, which you can't play in this deck.
That was a sad burn.
Yeah, the unstable evolution would have been pretty nice, especially with these frozen minions.
I
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Volcano.
I like Hex and Volcano
Yeah.
here. That'll reset the board, and then you can probably follow it up with a next turn. Probably rebuild the Jade Train.
Clean clear.
Yeah.
Caldera Drake's not
Do you
bad.
just do you just drop Drake and ping face for 4?
Our greatest strength.
Ed?
Now let's see if MrDollSteak plays around Vaporize.
You know, with the Mage Secrets, it's like, okay, one of those you kind of,
Ouch, you're dead.
well,
Not bad.
GetMeowth is going to not make the decision for him. Go ahead and make the decision not to play around Vaporize, and that's 7 Selling Golem's pretty intense.
He's a big boy. Makes it so Dollsteak can't play the Drake this turn.
Almost out of cards.
And GetMeowth is running out of cards, and
Yeah, but he's got an 8/8 and a bunch of boys.
yeah, so I think this game's pretty much well in hand. Unless
Unless he draws something super spicy.
that's kind of spicy, not spicy enough, I don't think. But with the Caldera Drake, you can hope. Well, the Devolve's probably going to stop that from him trading in next turn.
So he has 2, 4, 5, 6 damage in hand.
I'm out of cards.
See what he gets off this Devolve.
The
Oh, no.
recruiter, that's almost.
That's
Yeah,
that's reasonable.
have to remove that.
Yeah, you have to kill that. You want your 8 boy to live.
Burning stored energy.
Okay, this is a big draw. Let's see what we get.
Out of cards.
Ooh, okay.
Icewaker will freeze the 8/5 again.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah, if he can. I think the
Man,
research
the
project did a little
Devolvers.
bit of work here, but it's
Yeah.
evolve into Razor Pedal. And
All right.
just, yeah, I think
Another big
this
draw.
is it.
Let's see what we get.
It's the last card in the deck. What is it? Better
gotta
be,
be good.
Please. It's
Fallen Hero. Not gonna
Fallen
do
Hero,
it.
I think. Yeah, that'll do it.
A second chance.
The power of Yogg.
And the correct play was 2 Pink Face.
That's always the correct play. Good games.
Very good game.
Oh, GetMeowth deciding how to do this. Goes for the fatigue lethal. Always a
That's-
strong choice.
Absolutely.
Always a strong choice. Good game though.
That was a lot of fun. I did not expect the double Yogg Shutter Walk, but hey, the first one was very good. The second one still
Second
was
one's
good.
alright, yeah. Yogg.
Still-
ah,
Yogg's, I love Yogg.
I want them to unnerf him so bad for Wild.
Oh man, my favorite deck of all time probably was the Mali Yogg Druid
Oh,
with
dude,
Arcane
so
Giants
good.
back in the day.
It
I
was
love
so
that deck
fun.
so much.
I mean, Yogg is always guaranteed lethal in that deck, right?
Absolutely, always lethal.
Always lethal, no matter what.
All right,
You want to let
we'll
him know
go
we're
ahead
good to go.
and push the buttons.
Let's get those buttons pushed.
All right, so GetMeowth is down to that Druid.
So it's a
And-
Druid versus something.
I would suspect. I think Mr. Dollsteak should take the Mage, in my opinion, because of the polymorphs.
But we got to see what the rogue is.
Oh, there we go.
I must protect the wild.
Hadronox Druid, okay.
Okay, I'm a fan.
I'm in. I'm sold. Let's go.
Besides the full mulligan's probably the best bet, and Mr. Dollsteak gets a giggling inventor off the top. And Zola, so this is looking like what might be a quest rogue, but there's no quest, so we'll see what this is. Ooh, some early ramp available there for GetMeowth. That's definitely turn 3.
Rise against
A tactical error.
A tactical error.
Yeah.
These emotes tonight have been just on point.
Both games strong.
This
Yeah,
is
Mr. Dollstick with
interesting.
a really passive hand here.
I like this. I like this deck from GetMeowth. We don't often get to see this hero power from Druid.
Yeah, I know Doug Direst Bear would be very happy to see this. It's nice to coin out the minstrel. It's probably we got you. Oh, gold lights and another giggling. Okay,
Now, do you know what kind of deck this is that Dollsteak's playing?
it is a Pogo Rogue, and
Okay.
hopefully hopefully Pogo Hoppers aren't the 2 cards in the deck.
Sometimes that happens. That's when I play that deck.
Yeah, it's one of those. I have yet to actually try the Pogo Hopper. I have not been brave enough, but
That was an interesting.
that tempo Brian calling out the naturalize, and that will. Oh, he decides to Starfall. Okay.
Play a Tyrant.
Naturalize would have burnt a card, but I think, yeah, but the Tempo Tyrant's probably the better play there. It's a Vanish. Again, not another real passive hand. The Giggling, yeah, it's turn 5, so you play Giggling Inventor.
Ooh.
Master O card.
He's a good dude.
Especially with this early, it's going to be. He's going to pull out some big dudes.
Dollsteak with a little bit of an awkward hand. Come dance.
Well, the Piper in there to guarantee the Pogo Hopper.
It's not a bad sap. You need to start getting cards out of your hand for when you get
Yeah.
naturalized.
Second Witching Hour, a little early, but
So Meowth kind of has all the stuff that he needs, right? He's got
he's got the Witching Hour, he's got the Naturalize,
Oakheart.
he's got Hadronox in hand,
He just needs to
he's
get
got a
some
cube.
cards out.
It's basically, yeah, it's just. Now the question is, can Mr. Dollsteak start making these robotic bunnies fast enough to start threatening GetMeowth's board that will
That's the
be
start.
here right about now?
It's important that the next one is gold. Ooh.
It's a big Master O card.
Ooh, Zilliax.
Dragon Hatcher Zilliax is really nice here.
Zilliax is just such a good card.
Pulls out the Sleepy Dragon.
I like Zilliax a lot with this Hadronox Druid.
Yeah, that Sleepy Dragon is going to soak up a lot of bodies. I don't hate Vanish here is
Yeah, I was gonna say
really strong.
Vanish seems pretty good.
Ends up killing the Sleepy Dragon
You gotta play another bunny.
and Zilliax. And a 3/3 bunny, for tempo is really good. That burns Scenarius.
No, you weren't meant for this world.
Now my question is, do you O-card again, or are you just Dragon Hatcher? Or the Sleepy Dragon's not bad either. Because you need bodies for the Hadronox.
Yeah, Hadronox, and you kind of want to naturalize your own Hadronox.
Mm-hmm. Another Melfin Minstrel's probably not going to be played. Go ahead and throw in a bunch of 3 more bunnies into the deck.
Yeah, I like
maybe.
that in Cold Light. I mean, your opponent's hand is full. Just start milling them.
Yeah. Hopefully, he doesn't know that Hadronox is already in, so I don't think any.
Interesting to see him not play the labbed guy first.
Go ahead and he's going on. It looks like he's going all in on the mill plane with the thinking about the Zola here. No, he's going for the money. Okay.
Zola's such a flexible card, right?
I love Zola. I love Zola so much. When I first saw her, I knew she would be good.
I try and squeeze her into every deck, even when it's not the right play. Oh,
Arts Thief
Raffan.
Raffam. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm disappointed now. Because that was spicy. I think actually the game. I think Mr. Dollstick is starting to turn the corner here, because I think the Pogo Hoppers are starting to be big enough that they're starting to threaten anything that can come back from Hadronox here at this point.
And how cute does that card look in gold?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you got to kill those 2 cards.
God, that 2 mana here, that 2 damage, 2 hero power is good.
It's almost as good as Rogues.
Ooh, cheat death, free bunny, or makes a free bunny come
Yeah, that's
back.
pretty good. I like Cheat Death in
That
this
is
deck.
that is a really good tech. I am one to play Subject 9 Secret Rogue from time to time,
Ooh,
and
Valera. I like it.
Virlair is really good here, forcing the bunny because you can't attack phase at this point. Do I? And actually, GetMeowth's in a position where he doesn't even want to naturalize anymore because he'll just give more bunnies to MrDollSteak, but he's going to go in for it. He's going to do it.
Yeah, you have to play something. Otherwise, you're just sitting there. And like you said, the bunnies are starting to get big, so you have to actually kind of start applying pressure. Because you do have to kill.
No.
You have to kill the rogue at some point.
Ooh, a Sonya Shadow Dancer in this list, even better.
How good is she, right?
I think we're just going to double bunny here and
Oh yeah.
probably shuffle a bunch of more bunnies in.
Choosing for double fan?
Okay. Yeah, double fan. Another Lab Recruiter drawn. That's really good.
Yeah, Lab Recruiter's really great. That card's very impressively good. Valera makes for some weird math because you have to kind of decide, like, do I play this card this turn or do I wait?
Yeah.
I think you still want to get at least one Lab Recruiter down.
Death's shadow.
Does he? That's his last Lab Recruiter. Or is he? No, he has one in his hand. Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't played the other one yet.
Yeah, so he can still go infinite. That's a 9/9 bunny.
It's a
That's
menacing
a big bunny.
Yeah.
Jade Blossom not any good here.
Yeah, Jade Blossom right on time.
At this point, it's just these bunnies are bigger than the butts at this point.
Well, we're gonna have a lot of taunts to get through.
That is a and actually at this point Ziliax is liability for GetMeowth, I think, because it does soak up 2 attacks, but it
Divine Shield's relevant.
is relevant.
I think he realizes though he does have to start trying to kill the rogue before those bunnies are gigantic.
Yeah, and he's just gonna drop Cold Light and bring out more bunnies. And another cheat death. That's burns the Vanish. The Vanish would have been really good there, but
Yeah.
it's actually at this point I think it's just bunny season. They're just gonna keep replicating and getting bigger and bigger.
I'm reading chat. Wildcard was talking about when Cenarius got burned. He's like, someone finally playing me. Oh, no. Poor Cenarius. Goodness.
All right, that's 2 more bunnies. These bunnies are just, like I said, they've been just replicating.
All right.
There's the secondary bruiser, probably not at this point.
He
and-
just needed some odd cost taunts. He's like, what else do I put in here?
Yeah. Yeah, I think going face is probably your best
Oh,
bet.
yeah. Just start hitting them.
Just gotta smart. I mean,
You could Starfall and clear a lot of the board, too.
yeah, and then
You can Starfall, play the Arcane Boy, hit his face with your hero power.
this is really like close to lethal. He kind of wishes he wasn't. Will this naturalize? This naturalize is actually lethal.
Oh, yeah, because he gets to...
With-
Yep. Look how
He-
smart this
wow.
kid is.
This guy is good at Hearthstone.
What a cool kid. Damn.
Very cool.
Quick 3-0.
Absolutely, that was a ton of fun. I
Those
did not
games,
expect that outcome after all those large bunnies dropped.
There were
down.
some fat bunnies.
All right, let me go ahead and
You want to add these guys to the call? Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. So GetMeowth with that good old good victory. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. We're at the whim of Discord. Hello.
How's it going?
How's it going, friend? Good games, good games.
That was pretty memey. I'm not gonna lie.
It made my heart happy. That's all that matters.
Hopefully, it made all the viewers' hearts happy too.
The saddest part was when Cenarius got burned. Wild
Dude,
card.
he burned the two most fun cards in my deck, dude.
Yeah,
Rafan.
I tipped one out for Rafan there. That was pretty amazing, and I am so sad it was gone.
Yeah, shout out to Lion.
You're better. I also milled one of the most important cards in my deck there at the end.
Vanish.
Yeah, that Vanish burn was very tragic. Yes, but oh man, great games, guys. Great decks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was good. It was so Wildcard Hearthstone when the Cenarius got burned, he's like, "Oh look, Cenarius, someone's finally playing me. Oh no!"
Yeah, I actually cheesed out an Odd Warrior. Like the Odd Warrior was at 40 something health, and he was like, "I'm safe, we're good." And then I like dropped a Cenarius on him and
Yeah.
popped him. It's pretty good.
That's not bad. So what besides just general memingness, what were your guys' inspirations for your deck construction of the week?
There was really no other thoughts. I just wanted to bring some good memes, you know? Some memes that I hadn't brought before in previous weeks, at least.
Okay.
With a similar strategy, but I had played Even Mage before in one of the rules weeks, but since I played it then, I fell really in love with it, and I kept trying to refine it. And actually, that deck actually didn't do too badly on ladder. I managed to go 11-1 with it, if you can believe it. But then the other two decks, I just sort of thought, no, I'll just try some things I haven't really done before, some things that are very wild.
Yeah.
Weasel Priest, I think, is the typical wild deck. I just wanted to give it a go.
Yeah, I love the Weasel Tunneler deck so much. That deck is a blast. And you get to play Benedictus, which is a good time.
Yeah.
All right. If DollSteak had done the safe play and played the Amara, that game would have gone to the turn limit, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I would have togwaggled his deck.
Yep.
And then we would have just traded Weasels back and forth. So...
I regret misplaying in all my games, to be
I know you. I mean, you went with the greedy play, which I appreciated, but it did kind of bite you in the butt.
When I did the Shadow Visions and saw the Hellfire, I figured it was actually still in his deck. I didn't think it was still in his hand. And assert maximum dominance.
It's important. Yeah, I liked
right.
it was happy for me seeing Togwaggle as well. Togwaggle is just, he's one of my boys, so I wish we could have seen him get played.
Yeah, Togwaggle and Warlock is pretty sick. It's a lot more fun than the Druid counterpart, but it's still pretty good.
Summoning portals?
Yeah?
Yes, the combo is double summoning portal, and then faceless, the portal, and then your Togwaggle costs 2 and your Azalina costs 1, and so you can just combo.
They never expect it. It's perfect.
Yeah. And then you just run like the Demon package and double Spellstone, and then you hem it. So that's why there's no Taldarim in the deck.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Just hem it, and then you get there.
Yeah, that mage you brought seemed pretty sweet, DollSteak. I liked the Kodo Riders seemed like a lot of good value. The Koldara Drake, seeing some of these sweet cards I haven't seen in a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, like, you seem to be holding off early in that game, like applying any pressure at all. It just seemed like an interesting choice from your end. I'm not sure what the thinking was on that, but kind of curious what your thinking was on that.
Oh, sure. Well, look, the problem with this deck is that it runs really very few threats, and the threats only really become good if you stack them together.
Yeah.
And as soon as they get removed, the deck just sort of falls apart. So
Mhm.
I was just trying to hold up odds to try and use them together. And yeah,
I can see that.
as soon as I saw the Jade Claws, I realized it was going to be some kind of Shutterwalk deck. So then that made my game plan a bit more of a removal. So what I should aim to do is try and get a Koldara to stick late in the game and with Fallen Heroes. I think it was a bit ambitious considering. Really hoping that his Yogg would cast Cataclysm. That was kind of that was what I was hoping on. I didn't think I had any way of winning outside of that, perhaps.
Well,
Yeah,
it was coming close, honestly. Like when you were able to, seeing the power of Fallen Hero chewing through the arcane giants, like it was actually very impressive. I think the deck could have a lot of potential.
I guess I was saying I actually did manage to go 11-1 with it on ladder. It seems to be pretty good against even Shaman, actually, of all decks. As well, kind of folds against it. Its main problem is it just cannot beat Druid.
Yeah.
Well, against
Just
Reno.
run Dirty Rats, dude. Come on.
Yeah, Dirty
true.
Rat would be interesting in that deck.
Dirty Rat is I don't really have any removal outside of like
No, the polymorph,
Yeah.
polymorph for fireballs. But yeah, that's not. Yeah, like as we were saying that, like the only thing, there's no AOE in the even slot other than Blizzard, and it's like once GetMeowth, you got a wide board. It's like, okay, what do we do here?
Yeah.
One time on ladder, I managed to get +8 spell power on Dalaran Aspirin
Holy crap.
Oh.
and use Arcane Explosion to clear a board of 7 seconds.
Oh, that feels so good.
That's pretty good. It's pretty
Big
good.
arcane
That is really
explosion.
good.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun deck. I would recommend trying it out. Out of the 3 decks, I think it is perhaps the best deck. I didn't queue it against Meowth's Druid was because I figured it was going to be like a sort of Aviana Kun, Deathwing or Ragnaros combo, something like wacky like that. I didn't realize it was just going to be Odd Rogue because I think my Even Mage could have stood a chance against. Yeah.
I mean, so your mage had the polymorphs, your priest had the weasels to screw with my my witching hour. So
Yeah,
if I didn't get that win against the rogue, I don't think I was winning that third match,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I was thinking, and even if I had cast Vanish, your cube would have popped anyway, so there was no chance for me to win there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
short of just creating a board full of bunnies and somehow taunting one or two of them. Yeah, it was pretty dire in that situation, I think.
Yeah, that's
It's questionable lines of play.
Yeah.
I think if I maybe went double giggling or something, could have bought me a few turns to build up big bunnies, but oh well.
It was still cool seeing. I love seeing Pogo Hopper decks.
It was the gold animation on the bunny though.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. I was saying that, yeah, it's just great to see him, and I was going to say the same thing. Like, the gold bunnies, very good, very good.
It's the only reason to play Pogo Rogue, right?
Yeah.
Only reason.
You need to find a way to fit Snowflip or Penguin in, and I'm sold.
The cutest deck ever.
Yeah.
Add Murloc Tinyfin, and now you have just a deck that's too cute to win against.
Your opponent has to auto-concede if that happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, they're just a monster.
Yeah, exactly. They're just a trash person.
We're not saying that Meowth is a monster for killing bunnies, but it's a
Okay, I didn't kill any of the bunnies, all right? I killed like 2 of them. I left the big ones alive, all right? So that they could procreate and make new bunnies.
It's okay. It's okay. They're robots. They have no soul.
That's funny. Well, guys, any final words before we get out of here?
Shout out to DollSteak for agreeing to meme this week, and shout out to you guys for casting, and shout out to Into the Wild for hosting an awesome league.
Yeah, duplicate those sentiments. Look, yeah, just Meowth agreeing to meme was fantastic, and I think led to some fun games. And hopefully the final if a certain Danny Donuts gets convinced to beat Jonah in the first place, and then perhaps me.
Sir Daniel
Yeah,
Donuts.
no, thanks so much for this league, guys. It's been an absolute blast playing in it. It's just been so much fun.
Well,
building
GetMeowth, where
challenges.
can people find you on the internet? GetMeowth.
So you can find me on Twitch. I stream 4 or 5 days a week. It's twitch.tv/GetMeowth. You can also find me on Twitter, where I'll be posting these lists, and I post a bunch of other lists and news and updates and all that kind of good stuff at the same place, twitter.com/GetMeowth. And I'll be starting to host those weekly tournaments again for NA and EU. So if you're listening to this on YouTube or on Twitch or wherever, and you're interested in getting into competitive Hearthstone, starting on the 27th, I'll be hosting some tournaments. So make sure you guys check that out.
Awesome.
Sweet. What about you, MrDollSteak?
I'm just on Twitter and write for Vicious Syndicate as well, so that should be coming out tomorrow, I believe.
Ooh.
So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, just on Twitter, it's just MrDollSteak. Someone actually told me that my handle seems to be Grizzly Bear, like my in-game name, which I hadn't actually realized. So maybe just check either one of them out.
Yeah,
I can't be posting.
I slipped on that a couple times, but it's fine.
Yeah, no. Look, I last week someone asked me, "Is it Grizzly Bear?" I was like, "No, it's MrDollSteak." Well, I'm wrong. My deck's up there, so if anyone wants to play any even mage, just check it out.
Hell yeah. And what about you, Matt at Arms?
You can find me on Twitter at Matt at Arms, where I post hot takes about Hearthstone all too often. Also find me on the Hero Powered Podcast Wednesday nights, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I talk about Hearthstone and also have hot takes there.
Oh man, you are just the lord of hot
Saucy.
takes.
They're mostly lukewarm, reheated takes half the time. But Saucy, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can just find me anywhere on the internet. Just Saucy Mailman. I stream on Twitch Monday through Friday. And I'm on Twitter, Instagram. If you want to see cute pictures of my parrot, that's where they are, just at Saucy Mailman. And also make sure you follow us at Into the Wild HS on Twitter and on Twitch, because that makes all of us very smiles. Well, guys, thank you, players, for your games. Congratulations, GetMeowth, for the hot takes and the hot memes. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for doing this.
Appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.
Take care, everyone.